are now to the final of the women's lightweight pairs at stroke, and no one, Dan, in lane 6.
Well, that's right, only 5 entries in this event, so this is a straight final, no heats, and that's very disappointing. It's a new event and very poorly subscribed, and this really should be a natural event for women lightweights. The fours event later on is also poorly subscribed, and that really needs to be seen to. Nations need to support these events, otherwise we're not going to have lightweight women's rowing in the World Championships for very much longer. But it's the United States who've gone into the lead. About a half a boat canvas ahead.
Well, this partnership raced in Lucerne a month ago. They were well back behind the Germans, who beat Great Britain by almost 3 seconds. But the United States, they didn't race in Switzerland.
British pair are very good competitors, very tough competitors. They had a difficult year last year in the four, but came winging back to take the silver medal in the fours last in Indianapolis. But they're now at the moment lying down in 4th position. And it's this pair, the United States, looking very composed, very cool and composed, who've got a good half-length lead over Germany.
Coming through the first quarter, so the United States ahead of Germany, who are in lane number 4. Then Great Britain just about in 3rd now, the British duo, ahead of Denmark with Australia at the back.
Well, the United States stretching out that lead. That's very good rowing from the United States pair. Very nice length, very good connection. Boat running very nicely. They've got a length on Germany, and they're moving very well. They're not burning hard. They haven't had to go out too hard. They're just moving better and better the further they go down the course. And they're opening up that lead now. They've opened up a gap between them and Germany. But it's Great Britain who begin to put a bit of pressure on the German pair.
Well, quite interesting to see the Americans. This is the 3rd race we've seen the Americans take the lead. I wonder whether this is the tactic or the instruction or both.
Well, they can't hardly do anything else. Look, they've gone right out in front. They don't want to slow down and wait for anybody. Let's see the sort of distance that they can make between them and the rest of the field. Denmark at the moment in 4th position.
But the Americans are well away at the moment, and barring a bad error, well on their way to yet another gold medal and leaving the rest behind to scrap for the minor honours.
This is very confident rowing. Stroke there. Ellen Mintzler, she's doing a very nice job there, just sitting there, having a quick chat with her bow, making sure that everything's moving well. But they are finding this very comfortable.
I shouldn't think they could even believe their luck here. This is one of the situations you sort of dream about, isn't it? It's actually the biggest danger is that they lose their concentration and relax just a little bit too much.
Well, remember that they haven't had any heats here. This is their first race out, and they've got no idea, no guidance at all, really, on the field behind them. But Denmark have moved up well. Denmark have moved up into 2nd position. Ahead of Germany, and Great Britain there on the far side, just coming level with Germany as well. Remember, in Lucerne, Germany beat the Great Britain pair, so this is a change there of tactic, and Great Britain really beginning to attack.
Yes, Denmark, the quickest through that 2nd quarter, 2 minutes 1.17 their time, and that's the reason they've moved clearly now into 2nd place.
Well, they've closed a little bit on the United States, but the United States really not having to push too hard here. They've got a very good rhythm, very good connection through the middle of the stroke.
And of course, they're in a position, Dan, now where they can really conserve their energy, and if there are any attacks, they should have plenty to respond with if they need to. But at the moment, it hardly looks as if that's going to be the situation, because even though Denmark are working hard, as are Great Britain now, they're not really making any significant impression.
Well, Denmark made their move there in the 2nd 500, and it's hurt them a little bit. They're having to pay for that. They made a big move from 4th to 2nd, and now Great Britain have drawn up level. They're rowing really stroke for stroke, bows level, and Great Britain beginning to move through. The experience of this pair with Jane Hall, who's only 20, sitting in the stroke seat, just beginning to edge up level with the Danish bow. But it's the United States who've got nearly 2 lengths there, and looking very, very strong as they come in towards the last 500 meters.
Indeed, I mean, they're travelling faster than either Denmark or Great Britain, and they've increased the pace here in the third quarter. The two American women just to, I think, hopefully cruise through the final quarter. And if they carry on like this, they're going to be able to take in the surroundings and enjoy the spectator support as they come into the enclosures.
Well, they're at 33 strokes a minute as they come into the last 500 meters. 33. And now the pressure starts to build up for that second place. Germany been really pushed out of it there. Lucerne winners, not able to hold their form.
Indeed, Great Britain, a big improvement on their performance in Switzerland. Oh, when they were behind Germany, but now they're challenging for that silver medal position.
Great Britain have gone up to 38 to get past Denmark, but the United States still there at 33.5. Now they're beginning to turn the pressure. They can see the challenge coming from Great Britain, but the United States well in the lead. Great Britain challenging Denmark for the silver medal, but it's this pair now, the United States, the last 250 meters, who are well clear of the field.
So Ellen Minsner and Christine Smith, what a terrific row and what an enjoyable one, because they've really set out for home right from the beginning. They've got 250 meters to go, lots of clear water, and it's Great Britain versus Denmark now for silver and bronze medal.
Great Britain neck and neck, really pushing that rate. They're up to 38.5, 39. They've got that lead. They're moving all the time, beginning to close a little bit on the United States, who are still at 35. And now the United States have raised their rate. They're moving up to 36.5. And they've got this in the bag. Great Britain moved into second place, moved into silver, and they are still attacking. Great Britain still attacking, moving up now on the United States, but it's still a length to go and only 15 strokes or so to the line. They're not going to catch them, but they've clearly made silver medal position.
Yeah, it's a good sprint by the British, but I think it's come to an end now. The Americans beginning to pull away again as they come towards the line, the gap opening up, but Great Britain secure in silver medal position, and America take gold. The British get the silver. Denmark are going to get the bronze medal. And those three well ahead of Germany and Australia. And a good sprint there by the British. They were almost 2 seconds quicker than the Americans through the final quarter. But to be honest, Dan, the Americans set out to win right from the green light, and they never looked like losing this race.
A much better attendance next year and thereafter, because the quality of the rowing was very high. And that's 3 medals, 3 gold medals in a row for America.